I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and as we roll into 2013, we're seeing a bunch of rumored devices from LG, HTC, Samsung, and more. So I thought, you know what? What better time than to do a 30-day challenge? So if you follow my videos at all, you know that for the past 2 or 3 months I've been carrying the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, and yeah, the size, it's a little bit big, but what I love about this phone, the battery life. 3,100 milliamp hour battery means that I can make it through the day. I carried this all through CES, never had an issue with battery life, and I don't have an issue on a day-to-day basis when it comes to work as well. I can leave work with 70% battery life after using the device pretty extensively throughout the day. And just, for example, last night I left it off the charger and I'm sitting at 53%. So I've got a ton of options with the battery options to make it through 1, 2, sometimes even 3 days over the weekend if I'm using it really lightly. I can make it through a lot of different days. Love the battery life here, love the fact it's removable, and it's got some great features. But if you followed my videos, you know that before this, I carried the Samsung Galaxy S3 for about 6 months. So I've always enjoyed TouchWiz. I think the latest version of TouchWiz, the Nature UI or Nature UX, whatever you want to call it, brings together some great features on top of Android. So Android's obviously caught up to par with iOS in terms of fluidity. It's very fluid with Android 4.1 and 4.2. It's caught up, and then TouchWiz adds some really useful elements. And just in my opinion, I feel like TouchWiz works really well with Android. I feel like there's little to no lag. I don't feel like it bloats it down or causes any issues with the stock version of Android. That said, it's pretty subjective. You may love stock Android, you may love Sense, you may love Motorola's user interface, maybe you love Samsung's as well, but I happen to be a pretty big fan of that and the software value adds you get. So I'm a business guy at heart, so I walk into the store and I see 2 devices that are $200. I see a device like the One X and I see the Galaxy S3, assuming neither one's on sale. And I think to myself, you know what, the software value adds in the Galaxy S3, and it's a lot of little things for me. But the software value adds like the ability to press and hold and access the camera, some of the personalization abilities, some of the text messaging personalization abilities, backgrounds, colored bubbles, little things like that. You get that now in Sense 4 Plus on the One X Plus and on the Droid DNA, but little things like that I feel like really make a device. And when you're looking at these devices in today's market that really have just similar specs, there's not that much of a difference between the devices. It's all about the software and what you like the most. Much like a house, if you walk into a bunch of different 3,000 square foot houses, it's all about the way the rooms are configured and the way the house looks. It's less about what the house is built out of, or, granted, that's certainly a reason for you to choose a house, but you look at certain things like the way the rooms are configured, and that's what I feel like phones are getting to in today's market. It's less about the hardware and more about the software value add. And that's something I'm really seeing with TouchWiz. That said, it's time for a 30-day challenge, and I really want to put it to the test because you know what? I've been using TouchWiz for a while. I want to see, honestly, for me personally and for you, some of the differences between TouchWiz and between Sense. And to that end, I'm going to carry the HTC One X Plus for 30 days. My personal line's on AT&T. This thing, I really like it. It's got 64 gigabytes of internal storage, so from a value proposition perspective, it makes a lot of sense. Think about this. $199 for 64 gigabytes on the One X Plus, $399 for 64 gigabytes on the iPhone 5. It's packing Android 4.1, it's packing Sense 4 Plus. The only thing I don't like about this device is the fact that it's only got 1 gigabyte of RAM as opposed to the 2 gigabytes of RAM that's on the Droid DNA. And if you watch my dogfights or my reviews, I can tell you occasionally you see a slowdown as a result of it only having 1 gigabyte as opposed to 2 gigabytes. I'm curious to see whether I can make it through 30 days, if that's going to be a challenge where something like this that has 2 gigabytes of RAM, or the Galaxy S3, the US version has 2 gigabytes of RAM, the speed might be a little bit faster, and I feel like TouchWiz works better with Android. Sense has definitely made some huge improvements over the months. Compared to Sense 3 or 3.5, this is a huge improvement. I love the keyboard, the new Sense keyboard on Android 4.1. That said, there are some slowdowns, and I'm curious to see whether the 2,100 milliamp hour battery will make it through the day. I'm used to this big honkin' 3,100 milliamp hour battery. So I'm curious to see whether a battery that's 1,000 milliamp hours lighter, 1,000 milliamp hours less, I should say, can make it through the day. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to roll me into February with a 30-day challenge. And you know what? What we're going to do is kind of compare this. Since I've been carrying the Note 2 for so long, you're going to see me compare it a lot to the Note 2. And not to say I won't do it to other devices on the market, but you're going to see some differences between Sense and TouchWiz and which one's better for what. Maybe one's better for camera. Maybe one's better for productivity. My goal during this 30-day challenge is to help you figure it out because honestly, if you're looking at Android, you're probably considering it between Samsung and HTC. At least in the US, those are the two industry heavyweights, and that's where we're going to focus a lot of this 30-day challenge, is differences between the camera on TouchWiz and the camera on Sense, or texting on TouchWiz and texting on Sense, and software value adds on Sense and on TouchWiz. I'll tell you my likes, my dislikes. You may agree, you may disagree with me, but I hope you'll join me for the ride, because I think it's going to be really exciting to figure it out, especially as we roll into 2013 and we're kind of seeing glimpses of Sense 5.0 and new devices from Samsung and new devices from LG. It's a better time than ever to do a 30-day challenge. I'm going to update it every couple of days. No guarantee on the videos, because I'd much rather have a video when I'm ready to update stuff and tell you some substantial knowledge, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to update it every 2 or 3 days and the video is the same every 2 or 3 days, because I'm not really seeing any difference from day to day. I'll update it on a fairly regular basis, so be on the lookout on youtube.com/PhoneDog and on the site at PhoneDog.com as I go through my 30-day challenge. I'm going to pop my personal SIM card in this, going to use it on a regular basis, and we're going to see at the end of 30 days, is this the ultimate device, or is the Galaxy S3 the ultimate device, or perhaps the Note 2, or maybe even the rumored M7 that we're seeing from HTC. We'll find out. It's a 30-day challenge. It's kicking off right now. Let me know what you want to see at PhoneDog_Aaron on Twitter, at Facebook.com/PhoneDog, and at gplus.to/PhoneDog. That's our Google Plus page. I'm off. Put in the SIM card and figure out if this is an ultimate device, or maybe you should go with something like the Note 2 or the Galaxy S3. We'll try to figure it out in this 30-day challenge.